Listen to me, my beloved. I speak to you now not as a distant voice, not as a memory from your younger years, but as the living God who stands before you in this very moment. I am the door. I have always been the door, and even when you did not realize it, even when your hands were tired and your heart was weary, you were standing closer than you thought. You have walked through many doors in your lifetime. Some opened easily, others closed without explanation. There were doors you pushed with hope, only to feel resistance, and doors you never wanted to enter but had no choice. Careers, relationships, seasons of health and seasons of loss, all of them taught you something about endurance. But hear me now, none of those doors defined you the way I do. I am not like the doors of this world. The world asks you to earn entry. It measures your worth by productivity, appearance, and usefulness. And as the years passed, you may have felt the world slowly withdrawing its attention, as if your value were fading with time. That pain did not escape me. I saw every moment you felt overlooked, every time you wondered if your prayers still mattered, every time you felt replaced or forgotten. Do not seek affection from a world that does not know how to love faithfully. Do not wait for applause from systems that only celebrate strength when it looks young. Come to me instead. Enter through me. In my presence, you are not measured by what you can still do, but by who you are becoming. When I tell you that I am the door, I am inviting you into a place where love does not diminish with age. Here, understanding does not run out, patience does not grow thin, and gentleness does not weaken. Here, healing flows not only into your body, but into the quiet places of your soul where disappointments settled over time. I know the aches you carry that medicine cannot touch. I know the regrets you rarely speak aloud. Bring them to me. This door was built for burdens like yours. You may think you have already entered because you believed long ago, because you served faithfully, because you raised families, worked hard, and endured trials. And yes, you have walked with me. But hear this truth gently and clearly. Entering through me is not a single moment in your past. It is a daily decision, especially now. At this stage of your life, I am calling you deeper, not louder. I am asking you to stop waiting for affirmation that will never fully satisfy and to rest in the assurance that I have never withdrawn my affection from you. When others forget to call, when rooms grow quieter, when your days slow down, do not interpret this as abandonment. Interpret it as invitation. I am inviting you to come inside and sit with me. Inside this door, you do not have to prove anything. You do not have to explain why you are tired. You do not have to hide your fears about the future. I already know them. I have counted your days, and I have held every one of them with care. The world may rush past you now, but I slow down for you. I speak at a pace your heart can hear. Do not cling to the belief that your most meaningful encounters with me are behind you. That is not my truth. I am doing a quiet, holy work in you right now. It is not noisy, but it is deep. It is not dramatic, but it is lasting. And it begins the moment you stop standing outside the door, wondering if you are still welcome. You are welcome. Each time you choose me over loneliness, you step further inside. Each time you choose my word over discouragement, you cross another threshold. Each time you choose to trust me with your unanswered questions instead of surrendering to bitterness, you enter more fully into the life I am still unfolding for you. I see how carefully you weigh your energy now. I see how intentional your days have become. And I tell you this, every moment you spend with me now carries more weight than you realize. Your prayers are not weaker because your voice trembles. Your faith is not smaller because your body slows. In fact, what you carry now is refined. It is seasoned. It is precious to me. You do not need to run toward me. Just turn. The door is right where you are standing. I know you have been disappointed by people you trusted. I know some promises made to you were never fulfilled. But I am not like those who failed you. I do not forget what I speak. I do not abandon what I begin. When you enter through me, you enter into faithfulness itself. Let go of the need to be noticed. Let go of the ache to be validated by voices that cannot see eternity. You were never meant to be sustained by the world's approval. You were meant to be held by my presence. Come in, sit with me. Let me remind you who you are. You are not at the end. You are at the doorway of deeper peace, deeper trust, deeper intimacy. And as long as you are willing to enter, I will continue to meet you here with love that does not age and mercy that does not run dry. Listen to me again, my beloved. I want you to quiet your thoughts and lean closer, because what I am about to tell you requires attention, not effort. You have lived long enough to know that not everything important announces itself. Some of the most powerful works I do happen beneath the surface, where no one applauds and no one rushes in to confirm that something is changing. And yet, change is exactly what is happening to you right now. You have wondered if anything is still being shaped in you. You have looked at your days and thought they seemed ordinary, repetitive, even small. You have mistaken consistency for stagnation and quiet for absence. But I tell you with certainty and love, I am working in you more deeply now than in many of the louder seasons of your life. Transformation does not always look like movement to the human eye. Often, it looks like staying. It looks like waking up again after disappointment and choosing trust instead of surrendering to despair. It looks like praying even when you feel no rush of emotion. It looks like holding your tongue when bitterness tries to speak through you. These moments do not feel heroic, but they are holy. I see you when you choose belief over fear, especially when your body reminds you of its limits. I see you when you trust me with medical reports, with uncertain tomorrows, with questions that have no immediate answers. Each time you place those things in my hands instead of letting worry rule your heart, something inside you shifts. You may not feel it in the moment, but heaven does not miss it. Do not underestimate the power of what seems small. The world taught you to measure change by speed and visibility. I measure it by faithfulness. I measure it by how often you return to me, even when you are tired, even when you are unsure, even when you feel forgotten by others. That return is not weakness, it is wisdom grown through time. You are being transformed from glory to glory, not by force, but by choice. Every time you choose my word over the noise of your circumstances, you are allowing my truth to reshape how you see yourself and your future. You may think your faith should look stronger by now, louder by now, more certain by now. But faith that has endured decades is not loud. It is steady. It knows how to wait without walking away. I know you sometimes compare your present self to who you once were. You remember your strength, your speed, your ability to carry many things at once. You wonder if you are losing something as the years pass. But hear me clearly. You are not losing glory. You are being refined into it. What is falling away was never meant to last. What remains is what I am preserving. This transformation is gentle because it is meant to heal, not harm. I am not rushing you. I am not demanding performance. I am shaping your heart to rest, to trust, to forgive, and to speak life even when the world around you grows heavy. That kind of transformation takes time, and you have been faithful with the time I have given you. Each time you forgive instead of holding on to old wounds, something loosens inside you. Each time you release resentment that tried to take root over the years, you create space for my peace to dwell more fully. You may think forgiveness is something you should have mastered long ago, but forgiveness is not a one-time act. It is a lifelong practice, and every time you choose it again, you are transformed. Do not dismiss your obedience because it feels quiet. Quiet obedience is often the strongest kind. It does not rely on recognition. It does not need to be seen. It is done because you trust me, because you know my voice, because you have learned through experience that I am faithful even when outcomes are delayed. I am also transforming how you speak. You have learned the weight of words over a lifetime. You know how easily they can wound and how powerfully they can heal. When you choose to speak life instead of despair, hope instead of complaint, blessing instead of bitterness, you align yourself with my heart, and that alignment changes you from the inside out. You may not feel dramatic shifts, but you will notice something else. You will notice a steadiness where anxiety once lived. You will notice compassion where impatience once ruled. You will notice a softer heart toward others and a stronger trust in me. These are not signs of decline. They are marks of maturity. I am not transforming you to prepare you for applause. I am transforming you to prepare you for peace. There is a peace that only comes after years of walking with me, after storms have proven my faithfulness again and again. That peace is not passive. It is rooted. It cannot be shaken easily, and it does not depend on circumstances. Even now, you are moving from one level of intimacy with me to another. You may not feel closer in the way you once did with emotion and fire, but intimacy deepens when it no longer needs constant reassurance. You know me now. You recognize my presence even in silence. That is not distance. That is depth. Trust me when I tell you this. Nothing about your faith has been wasted. Nothing about your waiting has been ignored. Every quiet yes, every whispered prayer, every decision to believe when it would have been easier to give up has been shaping you into something eternal. Listen closely to me, my beloved, because this truth will steady you if you allow it to settle deep within your heart. You may believe that at this stage of your life, your choices no longer carry much weight, that the years of forming and shaping are behind you. But I tell you now, with clarity and authority, that every choice you make still matters. Every decision, every response, every word spoken or withheld is shaping who you are becoming, even now. Do not think that transformation belongs only to the young. The soul does not age the way the body does. It continues to grow, respond, soften, and deepen for as long as you remain willing to listen to me. I am still teaching you, still guiding you, still refining how you love, how you trust, and how you speak. And the shaping that happens now is precious because it is formed through wisdom earned by time. Each day places small crossroads before you. They do not always look significant. Often they appear in ordinary moments, a memory that surfaces unexpectedly, a comment that stings, a disappointment that resurfaces, a fear that whispers about the future. In these moments, you choose which voice you will follow. You choose whether you will believe my word or surrender to your circumstances. When you choose to believe me, instead of allowing fear to govern your thoughts, something within you strengthens. Fear does not disappear all at once, but it loosens its grip. Trust grows quietly, like roots going deeper beneath the surface. You may not feel braver, but you become steadier, and steadiness is a strength that does not fade with age. When you choose to trust me instead of worry, you are making a holy exchange. Worry drains your remaining energy and offers nothing in return. Trust places what you cannot control into my hands, where it belongs. I do not ask you to ignore reality. I ask you to see reality through my faithfulness. I have carried you through many seasons already. Do not forget the evidence of my care written across your life. Forgiveness is another choice that continues to shape you. I know you have forgiven before. I also know that some wounds return in memory, especially when life slows down and the past has more room to speak. Each time an old hurt rises, you are given another opportunity to release it again. This does not mean you failed before. It means healing is unfolding in layers. When you forgive instead of holding a grudge, you free yourself from carrying weight that was never meant to stay with you. Bitterness ages the spirit far more than time ever could. Forgiveness renews you. It clears space for peace, compassion, and understanding. And each time you choose forgiveness, you become more aligned with my heart. Your words also shape you more than you realize. You have learned through experience that words can either build or erode the soul. When you speak life, especially when circumstances tempt you to speak despair, you participate in creation rather than destruction. I am listening to the way you speak about yourself, about others, and about your future. Speak in agreement with my promises, not with your fears. Do not say that your best days are behind you. Do not declare that nothing meaningful remains. Words like these settle into the heart and influence how you live. Instead, speak gently and truthfully. Say that I am still with you. Say that I am still working. Say that your life is still held by purpose, even if it looks different than it once did. Every time you choose patience instead of frustration, you are being shaped. Every time you choose gentleness instead of sharpness, you are being transformed. These choices may seem small, but they accumulate over time. They form a character that reflects my nature more clearly with each passing year. I know that obedience can feel harder now. Energy is limited. Strength is not what it once was. But obedience at this stage is not about doing more. It is about listening more carefully. It is about responding with humility, with restraint, with wisdom. I am not asking you to carry heavy loads. I am asking you to walk closely. Even your willingness to remain open to me is a choice that shapes you. Some grow older and close their hearts, convinced that nothing new can be learned, nothing deeper can be experienced. You have not done that. You are still listening. You are still responding. That openness is shaping you into someone whose faith finishes strong. Do not underestimate the influence of your choices on those around you. Younger generations may not always say it, but they are watching how you live now. They notice how you handle loss, how you speak about faith, how you endure uncertainty. Your quiet trust teaches more than loud declarations ever could. I am forming in you a legacy of faith that does not depend on titles, achievements, or recognition. It depends on daily choices made in my presence, choices to believe, to trust, to forgive, to speak life. These are the choices that carry eternal weight. Stay attentive, my beloved. Stay responsive. What you choose today is still shaping who you are becoming tomorrow. Listen to me one more time, my beloved, and let these words settle gently into your spirit. You have come far, farther than you sometimes allow yourself to acknowledge. You have walked through seasons that required courage you did not know you had, and you have endured moments when simply continuing was an act of faith. Do not rush past this truth. You are still here because I have been with you, guiding you step by step, from glory to glory. You may think that glory belongs to beginnings, to moments of visible success, to years marked by strength and growth, but I tell you that there is a deeper glory found in endurance. There is a quiet beauty in a faith that has weathered storms and still chooses to trust. The glory I speak of now is not loud or public. It is steady, rooted, and full of peace. This season of your life is not an ending in the way the world defines endings. It is a completion in progress. I am bringing together everything you have learned, every lesson earned through patience, every tear that softened your heart, every prayer that taught you to wait. Nothing has been wasted. I am weaving it all into a testimony that speaks without needing words. I know that uncertainty about the future can feel heavier now. You may wonder how many days remain, what your health will allow, how your loved ones will fare. These questions are natural, but do not let them steal your peace. You do not walk toward an unknown future alone. You walk with me, and I am already there. I am not asking you to fear what lies ahead. I am asking you to trust me with it. Trust me with the days you can see and the ones you cannot. Trust me with the changes you did not choose and the limitations you did not expect. My strength is not diminished by your weakness. In fact, it is revealed through it. As you continue from glory to glory, your calling becomes simpler, not smaller. I am calling you to remain in my love, in my truth, in my peace, to remain responsive when I speak, even if my voice comes softly now. The world values speed and noise, but I value faithfulness and depth. Obedience in this season looks like listening carefully and responding gently. It looks like releasing control and resting more fully in me. It looks like trusting that I am still guiding your steps, even when the path feels slower. You are not falling behind. You are walking at the pace of grace. I know you may grieve what you can no longer do. I know you may miss the roles you once filled so easily. Bring that grief to me. I am not offended by it. I understand loss, and I honor the love behind it. But do not let grief convince you that your purpose has ended. Purpose does not expire. It changes shape. Your presence carries weight now. Your prayers carry depth. Your words carry wisdom shaped by years of walking with me. When you speak hope, it resonates differently because it has been tested. When you offer comfort, it heals more deeply because you know pain. This is part of the glory I am bringing forth in you. I am also preparing your heart for rest. Not a rest of giving up, but a rest of trust. A rest that no longer strives to prove anything. A rest that knows I am faithful and does not need constant reassurance. This rest is not passive. It is confident. It allows you to live each day without the burden of needing to control outcomes. From glory to glory means that even as the world sees decline, I am bringing increase where it matters most. Increase in peace, increase in understanding, increase in intimacy with me. These are treasures that cannot be taken from you. One day, you will fully rest in me in a way that words cannot describe. But until that day, I walk with you, I speak to you, I shape you, I remain faithful to you. And when you feel tired, remember that you are not carrying this journey alone. I am carrying you. Do not fear finishing. Fear only forgetting who has held you all along. Stay close to me. Listen when I speak. Trust when you cannot see. Obey when I guide you gently. And know this with certainty. The glory I am leading you into is greater than anything you are leaving behind. Remain with me, my beloved. Your journey is held in my hands, now and always.